go, Darren.
Welcome to the TMZ podcast. Devin here with Tony.
What's up, Devin?
Tony, good to see you. Where is Branson? I saw him running around the office this morning, but not in here.
He's busy.
Busy guy.
Got some wrestling stuff.
He's always dealing with wrestling.
Of course, it's Branson.
Yeah, I know. He's a big wrestling guy.
Yes.
So we have some good stories today. So we got
good mix. I would
for
say.
starters, Bunnie XO's DMs are being flooded.
Yes.
She had a pretty funny video about that, and we can kind of talk about what seems like the least contentious divorce that I've seen in quite some time.
Period. I think that's an understatement. I've never seen these, especially how quick it happened afterwards too. Like, oh, we're all good, and Jelly Roll talking about it at his concert and all that. We'll get into it.
I have some theories about that.
Okay.
Taylor Swift performed at Tide University.
It's Taylor season.
And it looked awesome.
Yes.
I mean, anytime you hear love story, it's just like I was watching the clips before I went to bed last night, and I was like, great song. Just an awesome song. Clearly, you don't feel the same way. I'm not getting a very good feedback.
I'm not much of a Swiftie, but I know a couple.
I'm a closeted Swiftie.
Oh, okay.
And then for those who don't know who Dustin Poirier is, one of my favorite UFC fighters.
Legend, right?
Oh, for sure. He'll be like a first ballot Hall of Famer in the UFC. He was arrested over the weekend on Father's Day, and the body cam from his arrest came out, and
shocking.
It was it was
shocking.
Chaotic. There was funny parts at the end. It was kind of sad, but we will break down Dustin Poirier trying to fight a police officer in an Atlanta airport.
Yep.
Okay. So for starters, obviously we talked all about Bunnie XO and Jelly Roll's divorce last week. She goes on her podcast, lays pretty much everything out, which we dissected. The biggest takeaway, though, one of the biggest headlines was when she talked about how she's cool, like that Jelly Roll's already dating again, and that she's cool with it, and telling girls slide in his DMs, whatever, which is kind of shocking because they were together for 10 years and then divorced only a month ago. Well, it seems like guys are sliding in her DMs as well.
Tell me what you want. Do you want a missionary with your feet crammed to the head? Do you want it from the back with your face in the pillow so you can yell as loud as you want to?
I mean,
what else is there? I mean,
there's not much to say about the video. I mean, this is kind of what she does. She's kind of funny on social media, and I think she just kind of leans into things.
She has a huge and just an enormous fan base. And
for sure. People talk about Jelly Roll being a big star, but people are super invested in Bunnie, and also like I've said, she has a big podcast.
Yeah.
And she's attractive and single now, so it's not surprising that people are sliding into her DMs. I didn't know, because I just saw that video, if she's do you guys think she's saying there's a bunch of guys sliding in my DMs, or the guys are beat? The guys are just a bunch of creepy dudes. She was using the filters, and
I think she's trying to stereotype
that's what I thought
this
too.
is the stereotypical guy trying to slide.
I thought she was trying to say there's a bunch of troll-looking dudes in my DMs.
I think it's a bit of that
because
too.
at the end of the day, it's dude, she's a big star, and I don't think any random dude who's sliding into Bunnie XO's DMs right now are getting with Bunnie XO.
No. And I remember when Jessica Simpson said that yesterday too. She was like, "Oh, my DMs are open, but only if you're verified." So
right.
People, that ain't gonna stop people.
No. I mean, there's a bunch of creepy dudes out there that think that they have a false sense of hope that they're gonna land Bunnie XO. It ain't happening, and she's gonna end up with someone who's very good looking or very rich.
Yes.
Or famous, or both, or all of those. But it's definitely not that dude from. I don't want to name a bad state. This is just a no dude from Nebraska that's working on his farm that's sliding into Bunnie XO's DM at 3 a.m. is getting Bunnie XO.
No.
But shoot your shot, guys.
But you said you had some takes on just how fast they moved.
It's just so they're, and you got to take them for their word about there was no infidelity.
Mm-hmm.
They grew apart. All's good, but it just seems like all's too good. And maybe
that's what I said.
Maybe she's handling it this is her way of handling, the heartbreak. And, she's just going to say, I'm all good. I'm going to do my podcast and lay it all out. And I'm going to be funny on social media, and
because that's their stick, is that like they're just open about everything. They talked about the infidelity that they dealt with. And
it's the more I see from her on social, and maybe I'm completely off base here, the more I think that she's just doing too much. Like behind the scenes, that this might not be how she feels, and I think she's a lot more heartbroken about the situation than she's at least saying publicly. And does that have to do with the fact that, like, how she said that basically their divorce got settled and he gave her everything that she wanted, or if she's just like an evolved person and it's just like, this was a stage of my life and I'm ready to move on? I don't know, but all I'm saying is it's just like, it seems like things are going too well.
Too smooth. Yeah, I have that same sentiment too. I just think the timing for me is just a little too soon. And when I first seen all these podcast clips that came out, I'm just like, we have to take her for at her word what she says, but like, is there something they're not telling?
Because also the one big hole in the podcast that she details everything, but she says they had this big fight on Mother's Day.
Right.
Didn't say what it was about, and that then she moved out and they didn't talk for 2 weeks, and basically said like, oh, maybe tell that story if I write a book one day. And then also let slip in there that like ultimately the divorce wasn't mutual, that she wanted to get therapy and try to make it work and he didn't. So, I don't know. I just don't feel like someone who's with someone for 10 years and builds an empire like they did in a month's time is like, I'm ready to move on and all's good and I love him and he's my best friend. But who knows? Who knows? No, that's my take. So for those who don't know, Tight End U, are you familiar with Tight End U?
Of course, definitely.
Huge thing. They run, all the biggest tight ends in the NFL run this. What is it?
It's like a camp, I would say. It's just like
I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but they invite all the best tight ends in the NFL and they meet in Nashville and they look at film and do drills on the field. And they also have like a huge party at the end.
Isn't this like when they first started doing this? I don't think
I think in the beginning it was more like just football stuff where they would just discuss like how to run routes and how to block, and they would watch film, and basically all the young guys could get knowledge from all the older guys who have been in the NFL for 10 years. But it's evolved into this like huge thing that has these massive sponsors, and they throw these big parties at night. And Taylor Swift performed, which is awesome. Lainey Wilson, right? Big country star, was on stage. And I mean, everyone had to kind of know this was coming.
Yes.
That she was going to perform. They didn't formally announce her as a performer. Are we allowed to play this?
We're playing it now. We just don't have the.
Got it. So essentially what happens is Taylor comes up when Lainey Wilson is performing and basically shouts out George Kittle, the 49ers tight end superstar, that he had requested Love Story. So this was for him. And so she just did one song, it looks like. But the place went absurd.
I mean, how could they not? Like, you're getting one of the most famous singers of this generation just to perform, and just her whole Eras tour. She's going to bring the energy. She's going to put on a good show, and it seems like people really enjoyed.
I mean, you can't not enjoy Love Story, and it's like, it's just a crazy time, because it's like Taylor Swift is not exactly a guest pop-up performer do one song. She's like a headline SoFi for 5 nights sold out act. So the fact that all the people at Tight End U that got to like be at this like pretty small show, because I can't imagine she ever really will perform small shows like this. Like, I don't know how many people are in the crowd.
I think this was very impromptu. They probably asked her like last minute, hey, can you just do like one song or something like that? But somebody who was at Tight End U was George Kittle.
Yeah, he was the one who demanded Love Story.
Yeah, and he had some. We can't play the video, but he had some stuff to say about the Taylor Swift wedding, and he was revealing
a lot. He just seems like the nicest guy ever. But there was an interview, I think it was E.T. that did with George Kittle and his wife, who was also there, where they did confirm. Obviously, they had asked about the Taylor wedding. They said, yes, we are going. That, and then the interviewer said MSG, and they give a pretty genuine reaction of being like,
well, I don't know where
they're like, we actually have no idea, and basically said George asked Travis last night, like, hey, where's the wedding at? And he just kind of like laughed at him. So most people would think, oh, they're just trying not to get invited to the wedding. But my take on it was that it was like a pretty genuine
I think so too.
response that they were just like, we have no idea. We might get put on a jet and flown out to anywhere. We have no idea where this wedding is.
Because George Kittle, like if you watch football, he's a really eccentric, like really
sure.
out there guy. And if he like you said, his reaction was pretty genuine, and like if he were to just react stone cold to it and just be like, oh wait, well, it's actually here. No, he didn't say that.
No,
He
for sure.
was himself. So
yeah, so it's just kind of another little interesting wrinkle that even people that are invited to this wedding don't know where it's at. I think he also told another. It's like every headline that came out of last night was George Kittle, but I guess he told another interviewer. They asked him. He revealed that Taylor and Travis had no gifts. Which it's like what the hell would you get them though?
Right? Yeah, yeah. But I
know
mean,
what I
something.
mean?
I
he said, I don't know if he was joking, but he said he was going to get him like a collectible coin. I don't know if that was a joke or if he's actually into coins. But
what if George Kittle got Taylor Swift just to troll Taylor Swift season tickets to the 49ers game?
Now that would be a good gift. I think you have to do a gag gift.
Yeah, you
because
definitely
these
have to.
two can clearly buy whatever the hell they want. So it either has to be sentimental or a gag gift. But like, yeah, I think when people this rich and famous get married, I don't think they have a registry.
No.
So no gifts.
Is this the most popular wedding of the 21st century?
Like as far as the most interest, I would say, just because it's Taylor Swift, dude, and it's like Travis Kelce. I think it's the whole colliding of worlds, like what we saw at Tight End U. It's like you didn't used to picture Taylor Swift like at a football event,
right?
Like rubbing elbows with like kind of like meathead football players. It's just a kind of like an interesting dynamic for sure. But
yeah.
So yeah, we don't know where we have been told it's at MSG. Not exactly sure if that's where the actual ceremony is going down.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like the people who are even attending this wedding don't know where the ceremony is going down. So we will find out. Kind of crazy that they're doing this all like a week before or two weeks before they're getting married.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, they got wedding planners to handle all the details. Mm-hmm. They're not like us who had to stress about like
July 3rd.
Yeah,
we'll
stress
see
about the like where people are sitting and what flowers.
I'm so
glad
I don't know how to deal with that.
Well, eventually you will, maybe.
Hopefully.
You don't want to get married?
Of course I do.
I actually originally I thought I was never going to get married, and here I am.
Yeah.
So Dustin Poirier from the UFC, big UFC star, like I said in the beginning. Famously fought Conor McGregor, I think 3 times, beat him the last 2 when Conor McGregor shattered his leg. That was Dustin Poirier. Got arrested. So we originally broke the story earlier this week that he got arrested on Sunday in Atlanta at the airport for being drunk in public. And then yesterday, the Atlanta Police Department, we obtained the video. They released the body cam.
Let's play at least the first 30. I know we're running tight on time. Let's play at least a little bit of it.
Let's play some of it, and then we can...
Let's go, big dog. Let's go, big dog.
What's going on?
What's up? Bunch of hoes. Let's go. Let's go.
Relax.
No, they lying. Yeah, pull me off the plane. All my boys went to the crib. Now what the
And this is why he got
all right. You Dustin Poirier?
Man, you, bro.
All right, just relax.
Man, you and her and her. I'll fight you right now.
No, I don't want to fight, bro.
I'll go with you right now.
Bro, I don't want to fight, bro. I don't want to
Let's
fight.
go.
I don't want to fight.
Let's go.
Chaotic scene.
Very much so.
Yeah, so he was the context here is he was taken clearly because he was drunk, was taken off a Delta flight by the employees of Delta, and he was not happy about it.
Yeah.
Then he tries to fight the police officer who shows up. Eventually, full on squares up with the police officer. Eventually, another police officer comes, and he actually goes pretty easy. He just kind of like turns around and says, "Arrest me."
I think he had like an epiphany, like, oh, they're not gonna fight me, or this isn't gonna escalate.
It's just
so
crazy
like,
because it's like, dude, you're a UFC fighter. It's like, dude, of
like,
course
you
you're
can't
gonna
be doing this
Of
stuff,
course you're gonna
man.
beat some random dude's ass at the airport,
right? Yeah.
But I mean, a little like there's some parts of it, like at the end where he like the guy that he's wanted to fight, he like fist bumps him and is like,
good job,
he's
job,
like,
bro.
You did all you could or something, which was like kind of comical.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's in a like he was like, oh well,
he finally sobered up a little and was like, I'm acting a fool right now. It's sad though. He's talked a lot about in previous interviews about he needs a goal, and he was really worried about when he retired from fighting that he, would get in trouble. And
well, wasn't he doing commentary though?
He does. He works for the UFC on their desk, but he doesn't fight anymore. He retired, I want to say a year ago. And
why doesn't he just start a podcast like every other?
I think he wants to fight people. I don't think he wants to talk into a microphone. But he did post last night that he said, I'm at the point where I need help. Walking away from fighting hasn't been easy on me, like I said, and alcohol isn't the answer. It has ruined my father's life, and I will not allow it to ruin mine. My family deserves me at 100%. I'm trying to do everything I can to get my mind right and take the right next step. So it sounds like he's hit kind of like a rock bottom, and it's though that he signals, I don't want to speak for Dustin Poirier, but that he's maybe going to be going to rehab or getting some type of help. And so hopefully, he takes this is a learning point for him, and he sees the video and is embarrassed and kind of gets his life back on track.
So if he's convicted, he can face up to a year in jail. But
that's not going to happen.
I don't think
he'll get like a misdemeanor for being drunk at the airport. And at one point in that video, it could have been a lot worse. When he starts like wanting to fight the guy pulled a taser out. He's like, bro, you're going to tase me. I mean, it could have gone a lot worse. I think he sobered up. He was like, once the taser came out, he was like, I'm not trying to get tased, bro. He was just trying to throw hands with the Delta employee. So that's it.
Prayers up to him. Hope he gets
all right, guys, we got to film the other show. So